Okay, I'm going to try to make this video as short as I possibly can. But as you know, today there was another church shooting. Today is Sunday, and the last Sunday of 2019. And already I know I haven't seen a whole lot of news coverage yet, but I know there's going to be a lot of screaming about gun control and such like. And I've already seen a few people saying, well, churches shouldn't be gun-free zones. So I want to explain a couple of things really fast. First of all, to my knowledge, there's no specific law in any state or at the federal level that requires churches to be gun-free zones. A church is not a government institution. Any church that is gun-free, it's not because of the government, it's because of the members wanting to make it gun-free. And let me explain that really super fast. The pastor does not own the church. This is the most common misconception with those of you who are not religious or even just flat-out atheist. The pastor does not own or run the church. The church is really the people. The building you see, that's the church building. And that's just to give us a place to meet when we go to church on Sunday. The Amish, they meet in someone's home. But it's easy for them because the Amish all live in one area, each Amish community, so it's so easy for them. If you live in a city or anywhere else, you've got church members spread out all over the city, maybe even the state. So it's almost impossible for this to happen. I mean, it would be great, but it's just almost impossible. But the fact is, the church members decide what they want for their church. They vote on it. They vote in a pastor just like you vote in a president or a senator and so on. The pastor is a paid employee, no different than any other paid employee in this world. Whatever your job is, you're paid to do it. So is a pastor. If the church does not like the pastor, they can vote him out and kick him out. If they think he's leading them wrong or for any reason they do not like him. And the vast majority of pastors are men, but there are some women pastors out there. But anyways, I think you need to understand this to understand what happens in a church. So some churches, unfortunately, they do vote to make their churches gun-free, which, in my opinion, is absolutely wrong of them to do. The other thing is, I gotta say, most of the churches I've been to are not gun-free. Members and sometimes even pastors often have concealed carry permits and will bring their guns to church. And I say, good on those of you who do. Take your guns to church. Protect your church. And again, when I say protect the church, I mean the people. The building is replaceable. This is all about, I guess you say, the war on religion. I mean, for some reason, everybody cries for solidarity with Muslims when this happens to a mosque, but nobody wants to cry for the Christians when it happens to them. I mean, you have them calling us Easter worshippers, which I've never heard that phrase in my life. We don't worship Easter. Okay, Easter is the day we celebrate Jesus Christ's resurrection from the dead. But anyways, I'm not asking you to be religious. I'm not asking you to go to church. That's totally up to you. But you should not be celebrating this kind of thing, no matter how much you may dislike religion. No one has the right to hurt or kill someone because of their beliefs or for any other reason. I think Christianity is so badly misunderstood. Hollywood is very largely responsible for this because, they don't do their research, and there's not a lot of actors who are Christians. There's a few of them. Chuck Norris is a Christian, for example. To my understanding, Lorenzo Lamas is a Christian. But right now, those two aren't getting a whole lot of roles, and I think I know why. It's probably because they're Christians. which a lot of conservative actors are not getting roles anymore because, you know, Hollywood's so liberal, but that's another video. But long story short, this is really something that needs to be stopped. And I say first to all the churches out there, don't make your church a gun-free zone. I mean, that's the best way to get your church shot by people like this. And another is, for those of you who are not religious, at least have some sympathy. I mean, if you don't want to go to church, again, I'm not trying to push religion on you, but you should not be celebrating anyone's death, religious or not. And offering to help church members who go through things like this, it doesn't mean you have to start being religious. It just means you have a heart and that you care. I mean, I know atheists are not bad people. I've got a friend who's an atheist, and you can remain an atheist and still show compassion for Christians who have horrible things happen to them. So I guess that's about all I have to say about this. I just want people to understand. I'm so tired of all the misconceptions about not just Christianity, but any religion. You know, it's time to get the truth and to know the truth. And again, it doesn't mean you have to be religious. It's just the truth matters more than anything. Because the truth is the one thing that can never be changed. So for those of you who are religious, God bless you. For those of you who are not, be well. And just have these Christians in your thoughts, if not prayers, if you're not religious, but just show some solidarity with your fellow Americans. That's all I'm asking.